Can you help me be a dad for a moment? Is that cool? Can you help me? It's a very special day, y'all, because on January 18th, please answer, son, 2006, my son was born. Yeah. It's his birthday today. Yup, he was born at 2:27. Hafa day lahi? Hafa bidanu mo?
I'm getting ready to leave.
It's Paramanuhau.
Huh?
Paramanuhau. Where are you going?
AC.
Oh, that's what's up. Are you looking?
Looking what?
Atani tatamu, por favor. Look at the phone. I'm FaceTiming you. Okay. I'm sorry I'm not there, but Pops told you I for real had to work, okay? So we're going to sing you happy birthday, Elijah. Real quick. It won't take long, okay? Here we go. Are we ready? 1. It's Elijah. 17 today. Okay? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elijah. Happy birthday to you. I love you, Nan. Please eat with your brother later, please.
I'm running late.
Okay, that's tagupa. Like now I'm running late. I swear, whatever you try to do to impress them, it doesn't work. You have to level up. Hi, Auntie. I knew you came through Guam. I could just feel it.
Thank
I
you.
knew it. And my dad would tell me about when y'all came to Guam, what it was like to see our own cousins and just how powerful it was. So thank you for sharing that story. Mi familia, we're gonna close with a good vibe because just like the happy birthday song that many of you know, right? Music, it feeds our soul. And so I want to share some music with you. Is that cool? And we're going to share music with each other. And on your notebook, okay, because you know I'm a professor, I'm all about activities, okay? We're going to do a fun activity. You can play the first song, okay? Now, music, if you know anything about young people, they like to ignore us with headphones. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Now, truth be told, we are turning into those young people, aren't we? Because we used to think it was just the youth who were on their phone. I'm 43, but I too am falling for it, where I find myself too much on technology sometimes, especially social media. And I've noticed we're going through changes, y'all. As a people, this is the song that the high school student, young brother Jeremiah, from the garage in Issaquah. This is a song he played for me and brother Rashad that said, hey, Tooncat, I think I know what y'all been talking about up there when you give these talks. Go ahead, turn it up.
Nobody moves, there's blood on the floor. And I can't find my heart. Where did it go? Did I leave it in the cold? So please pick it up, cause it's not yours to take. It must have fell when I lost my mind. Deep in the cup, drowning in your pain. Somebody help me, cause I can't find my way. Nobody move, nobody move.
Okay, you can turn it down a little, okay? Now, these changes we're going through, right? We all got that song. So this activity, cousins, this is called Songs in the Key of Life. You can write that on your paper. Songs in the Key of Life, like Stevie Wonder, okay? So my name is Mikey or Migetu, so I would call my Songs in the Key of Life, I'd call it the Mikey Mixtape. Can you dig it? So you could use your first name, your last name, but this is basically if there was an album about your life, okay? And the first song I want you to put on your paper, think back to being a little niño, niña, little kid in your house, What's a song you remember being a little kid and it was on the radio? The first thing that can come to mind for me, first I'll tell you mine and then I'll play you Marco's song, okay? Because Marco's song made me smile. Mine was Michael Jackson, and it was, I wanna rock with you all night, dance to the rhythm of the sunlight. Don't you feel connected, right? It's like, oh, we have the same culture, right? So I asked young brother Marco, who I have known since he was a student activist at Whatcom. I've known him 10 years now, and he's a man now. I said, Brother Marco, what's that song for you? And he said that it was this song. And I said, Marco, you gotta be kidding me, Marco. I just sang Return of the Mac at karaoke last Thursday. Because I wanted something from my senior year, and I was like, what's something from my senior year, right? If you know this song, can you put your hand up? Yes, I did. I hear you. Okay, so what's a song? Write it on your paper that reminds you of being a little kid in your house or your neighborhood. Write it down. What's a song from when you were little? Write it on the paper. That's song number one. Song from when you were little. If you want to put two, more power to you. By the way, I'm cultivating the spirit of karaoke. So if anybody knows of a good karaoke place in Linwood on Wednesday nights, put that in the group chat or whatever. Or you're gonna be like calling the hotel front desk, somebody keeps singing Return of the Mac in room 219. And I asked them to stop, okay? I'm asking for your cultural inclusion. Tell me where the karaoke is, please, okay? Question number 2. What is a song that reminds you of family? Family. Or if you don't want to choose a song about family, what's a song that reminds you of your friends? Family or friends, okay? My family song, the first thing that came to mind was Kool and the Gang. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall, baby. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Right? So what's that song for you that reminds you of family or friends? Number 3, okay? Think back to when you were in junior high. Maybe you know the beautiful show, The Wonder Years. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears as I sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. I think I'm still in love with Winnie Cooper. And I'm 43 years old. But there was something about The Wonder Years. Like, man, by the way, she's a mathematician at Stanford and wrote her own math theorem. So the joke's on Kevin Arnold, everybody. Okay? What's a song that reminds you of junior high? Okay, write it down. Junior high jam. Sure. And you can take the guess that the next after junior high, okay, it's related. Think about when you first in your life ever fell in love, okay? Now the song that reminds me of falling in love is All I Do Is Think of You. All I Do Is Think of You, okay? I think it's by B2K or something like that. All I do is think of you day and night. And her name, by the way, are we filming still? Okay, well, her name was Candy E, so you don't know who. And it was 5th grade. I was like, I got a song to dedicate for you. Hold on. Rotary phone, you know what I'm saying? Play it to the tape player. Yeah. Young people don't know. They got all this fancy technology where they can make films basically on their phone. They don't know how you have to be real grassroots with your love. And you don't even know if she could hear you. You're like, hello, hello, are you still there? right? That's the real struggle, okay? Everybody got a song when you first fell in love, okay? Just a few more to add. Next song, what's the high school jam that if you hear a song, brings you to high school, maybe it makes you want to dance, okay? Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, I heard that. House music, okay. George Clinton, is that what he said? Who basically invented all modern hip hop is George Clinton, because all the auto-tune. Right? I'm grown, I'm telling you, I'm grown, I'm telling you. Okay? Okay, just a few more categories, and then we're all ready to be full-time DJs. Can you dig it? Now, when I'm retired someday, you know where you're gonna find me? I'm gonna be DJing in senior citizen homes, y'all. I promise you I will be. And we're gonna go out with a bang. So anyone who plans to be old in 20 years, join me on the movement of the elderly karaoke dancing. We're gonna turn America around, be moving, okay? Okay, next song please, to write on your thing. The first job that you ever had in life, your first job, there may have been a song that you played as you were cleaning up, as the place is closing down, or maybe there's a song you listened to while you went to work, okay? But what's that song for you that reminds you of your first job? Mine was a song by my white friends. They listened to a group called the Cranberries, okay? And in case you can't tell, brothers from Guam, we wasn't really bumping the Cranberries, okay? Okay? And I was like bumping my Tupac and Dr. Dre, and all my white friends at the end at 9:30 when Discovery Zone closed, which is like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids. That was my first job, like a big kids play area, okay? They would play the song Zombie by the Cranberries. Zombie by the Cranberries. And at first I would be like, what is this European American tradition going on in my ears right now? And I didn't understand where my cousins was coming from. But I realized that they too, some of these Irish brothers, cousins, they came from colonization too. And a lot of my low-income white friends who, that's why they had a job, like us brown and black people, they live in poverty. And they gotta pay for everything in their life by themselves at 16. So when they would say, it's in your head, in your head, zombie, zombie. And I finally understood what my white friends was feeling. And when they listened to Dear Mama by Tupac and they finally understood what we were feeling, there we were, y'all, the workers, the people, united, can never be defeated. That's why these songs, in the key of our life, that's why they matter, that later you share whatever you wrote on this list with your colleagues, your coworkers. Do you know what they listen to? What inspires them? What gets them moving? Do you know what makes them sing their heart out to show their most vulnerable sense of their humanity? Because if you do, you can achieve a bond with them you didn't know was possible. Now I know every time I see Marco, we're gonna sing Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac, because that's our connection song now. So I want to give you just a couple minutes, cousins, because you're DJs now. And you're gonna share with whoever's sitting next to you. What's a few songs on the key of your life? Go ahead and show them. Take a minute or two, please, to share your song. Any song you love with someone sitting next to you. What's the song they gotta hear? What's the song they must listen to from your list? What's a song they gotta hear on your list? I hope you enjoyed that. From watching you, you literally transformed into teenagers, which is so peculiar, but cool. Because it's like we have super magic powers, right? To turn into our old selves. Does everyone remember how cool we were before we had kids and pets and jobs? We were really interesting people. Before those student loan payments, you remember that? We was all like normal people and stuff. Before them FICO scores, all that judgment. We were just people who like music from places moving through the earth, okay? Now I want to hear just what are some of the songs that resonated with you? If you can shout them out so we can see, connect the constellation. Let's return to the navigation. Now the constellation are these songs, right? If you've ever heard these songs, then you can follow the map. And like you, maybe you're sometimes around young people and you don't know what the hell you're listening to. And they're like, this is the best song ever. And you're like, really? I got one from Stevie Wonder. Have you heard Stevie Wonder? Right? But I'm hopeful that when they're ignoring you with these headphones, right, that maybe if we listen to what they're listening to, Jeremiah was listening to them changes. And because his heart was broken. And I said, oh, Jeremiah, it's going to happen, little brother, again. It's okay. I said, I felt like that too. He's like, really? I said, yeah, but the good news is you're only 16. And you were going to break up anyway. Your mom was right. Okay? And everyone you see here, they're all finna break up, bro. All of them. Well, maybe one or two will get married, but don't put pressure on yourself. And here's another song, a dance song, get you more happy, more moving. Any songs people said, go ahead, shout them out. Outstanding by the Gap Band. If you like the songs, you can give it a little snap. Living Mi Vida Loca, Ricky Martin. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Okay? The French artist. Say it again? Tiny Dancer, Elton John. Okay.
Alanis Morissette, you ought to know.
I don't know. For some of us guys, we messed up. We should have known. Alanis is right. But it's too late. Sorry. Because Alanis had to teach you. Anyone else? Any songs that speak to you? Hey, where did we go? Day when the rain came. I thought that was a Hawaiian song. Because when I was a young man, this group named 3+, they sang that song. And then later I found out it was a classic song from the 60s, Brown Eyed Girl. Anyone in here have brown eyes? That's for you. Hey. There's not a lot of songs for the Brown Eyed Girl. You gotta be celebrating. Okay. Now, you can go ahead and hit the video. In closing, okay, what I want to leave you with as you return to your hotel room, as you return to your email, to your Zoom, or whatever else is on your schedule today, I have a task for you to reach out to someone in your personal life, okay? Maybe it's someone you consider a family member or a friend, but I want you to reach out with them with the same kind of like open-minded love you just showed me as a stranger. And the same open-minded love that you just showed your other cousin on your boat. And I'll just say, maybe there's someone who you have to just let them know you care about them and that you miss them. Maybe the piece of music could be the icebreaker. Maybe you sending them the song in a text is the little feel out to see if they know that you still care for them, okay? And as we come back tomorrow and we continue day 2, that'll be part of the piece that you made at the end of day 1, part of the love that we were hoping you'll reimagine, okay, in this radical reimagining. So I have also had several people ask me, based on my talk, do you have like a playbook, especially for the work you do with men of color? And you're lucky, because I do, okay? Filled with agencies and speakers and resources. And I have another 10 in my hotel room, so don't knuckle up over these. There's enough, okay? And when we're done, you can come up and grab one of these, okay? So in closing, go ahead and pause. I'm gonna ask us to go ahead and we're gonna stand together. And if you can look around the room at whatever relatives you see, to give them just kind of a head nod of like, good work today. Give them a little acknowledgement. Okay, and as we did earlier, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. "2033, that's what we talked about. We talked about the next 10 years, and that's what I want you to visualize in your mind. All of the ideas that just went on the board in the last few hours, maybe that's what we need to make that 2033 actually happen. Maybe it's in the exchange of phone numbers, emails, a business card you just handed someone who you never met. Maybe that's what it took to plant that seed. But all these good things, these good intentions that we have for each other and for our people, I want you to think of them. Take a deep breath as we close with our last Oli, our last chant. Ihaligi,
Ihaligi,
Gininen,
Ilinen,
Naninanau.
Aninuna.
Go ahead, open your eyes. You can look around at each other. Ihaligi,
Ihanigi,
Gininen,
Ihinen,
Naninanau.
Naninuna.
Mili. Patia. Luopati. Luopati Isa.
Isa.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Please, yes. Give it up for Michael Tooncop. Yes.
I want to see your playlist.